Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It's Friday. Oh my God, TGIF in this motherfucker. And I'm ready to get home, man, and start my weekend up, man. Natasha Jonas and Lauren Price fight tonight, man. I'm actually looking forward to that fight. I want to see that shit. I want to see that shit. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm tuning into that, man. But peep game, let's get into this shit, man. Just this is something I really want to talk about, man. And it just came across my news feed in the past day or so, man. Shout out to Naji from Cigar Talk, man. I remember, well, I think the first time I came across him was on a David Benavidez interview, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, I made a video mentioning his name before, and I'm like, I don't know if he covers boxing, too much. And I was 150% off base with that. He's definitely an advocate for the sport. He knows his shit. He knows his shit, man, and he's deeply rooted and ingrained in the sport, man. So, hey, I misspoke. Salute to you, and I'm definitely a new sub. But the way he pressed Teofimo at the presser last night is something that really caught my eye and you know, just really played on my heartstrings. Tugged on my heartstrings, man. I love that we ain't being apologetic no more about feeling offended when someone disrespects us. I love that. I love how we like, nigga, you got me fucked up. I love it. I love it. I love how he pressed him. I love how one thing, and this is one thing. Just Tio did this. The prototypical Latino, pivot when it's time to address bigotry that comes from the mestizo demographic of people. He'll sit there and he'll use all the slang, nigga fly out of his mouth. He was just on Nestor Gibbs show talking about him a real nigga. You dig? All that shit'll fly out of his mouth, and the minute you go to address him about that, you all of a sudden are anti-Latino because you don't want them using the word nigga. Except now, I mean, that right there was I just think that's the goofiest narrative right there that you can even fathom. But for him to kind of he kind of tried to like pivot and turn Najee's emotional reaction to him saying the shit that he was saying against him, like, and make it seem as if he's in the wrong. As if I ain't saying like that. Why you making it something to be like, you don't support me, you don't do this and that and the third and yada yada yada. And he's like, I do support, like, everything he was saying, he was shutting him down. Everything he was saying, he was shutting him down. Everything he was saying, he was shutting him down. This is like, I'm not letting you, I'm painting you into that corner over there that you're gonna have to stand. You're gonna have to stand on your square. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on your square. I loved it, man. I loved it. I loved it, man. Just motherfuckers is just way too, when you can, and just even when I didn't like when Bud kind of like, I get it, Bud sunned him like a motherfucker, and let it be known, man. Like, so what's up with all that racist shit you was talking? Oh, I'm just trying to use it, and I'm just trying to promote. I'm just trying to promote. That should not be a vehicle of promotion. The minute you start talking about monkeys and the first trope you play on to disrespect us, and to be, because that's deeper than calling somebody a bitch. You did, because that's a red. That's a word that a nigga, he'll just see red on you with. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, all I know is kill after you call me that. That's worse than doing that. You a bitch, you pussy, you a hoe, you a F word. Those is words that'll really get your teeth knocked out, man. But when you start disrespecting somebody's lineage, like he did with Richardson Hitchens, you black charcoal motherfucker, all that shit like that, it's like, bro, that's not promotion. And if any motherfucker think that that's cool to promote, to use that as a vehicle promotion to somebody who just doesn't belong in a sport, they don't. Unless we just, all right, cool, me and you can get in the, let's get in the octagon. Fuck this ring right here. Let's get in the octagon or something. Because even though I'm not trained to use my hands, my feet, or not my hands, but my feet, knees, and elbows, I'm trained enough with my hands. I'm trained enough with my hands. To the minute I down you, I'm gonna just do whatever it is, just what's instinctively ingrained in every human being when it's time to fight or flight. Everybody has that animal instinct in them. Where it's like, I've never had to use my elbows before, man, but I'll figure it out. We're on an even playing field. The minute I down you, I'm off in your head. That's the only you just if and I don't even condone that shit. I don't even think that should be the reason why you will allow somebody to get in the octagon or something like that. You shouldn't. I don't see how y'all promoters aren't punishing this dude for the dumb shit that he's doing. You can't use that as a vehicle of promotion. You can't do that. You did. Oh, I want to spar, Bud. I want to spar. I want to spar. No, bro. No, we passed that. It's respect when it comes to sparring. When you call, why hasn't he called no other fighter? He hasn't called Arnold Barboza no monkey or nothing like that. Because even though he's not Mexican, they're from the same lineage of people. The same lineage of people. Nah, not necessarily lineage, because there's a distinct lineage between Honduras and Mexico. So they're still a part of the same Latin demographic. You dig? Those are the quintessential. When you think Mexico, Guatemala, Colombia, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, even Brazil, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua. When you think all those places, those are the typical, typically the people that you think of. You see those they fit. You would know how to approach them if you see you. Okay, no, if they didn't speak no English and they were foreigners to this country, they wasn't meaning they wasn't born here, and they saw each other. They know, all right, I have a commonality with this individual right here. I can't talk to him, speaking to me. He can't talk to me, but I can talk to him. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to communicate with him because we speak the same language. It's a situation like that. So how come he hasn't called him that? How come he didn't call fucking, Lomachenko no monkey or no bullshit like that? He didn't say nothing too disparaging about George Kambosos, Steve Claggett, Jermaine Ortiz. Once again, they're the same, the same demographic of people, but still. How come he's not finding all these, racial epithets to use in regards to these motherfuckers? And then you want to try to find a way to dance around it, man. Oh, well, everybody's racist because everybody's... No, everybody's not racist. I've never subscribed to that. That everybody is racist. Everybody is... No. I don't even think that about white people. No, I don't. That's a wild sweeping generalization. I've never thought that all white people are just inherently racist. No, a lot of them, yeah. All of them, no. We're acting like them, it's white people who are inept of critical thinking skills, bro. No. So no, I don't. I've never subscribed to that. So everybody isn't racist. Everybody isn't bigoted. You don't get to paint everybody else with the same brush that you being painted with because you're the one who said the dumb shit that you said. You want to talk all this bullshit, also bananas, potassium, is this and that and the third, then why didn't you send George Kambosos or Lomachenko or Naka? You didn't say no shit like that about Nakatani. How come you ain't send no bananas and all that dumb shit and watermelon to any other people anybody else from any other lineage of people that you fought or that you want to fight? You didn't do that. You was very direct with what you said. And then instead of just saying, yeah, I'm bigoted, I can't stand niggas, my wife got piped down by a nigga, I can't stand them motherfuckers, you want to tap dance around it. If you get pressed about that shit and questioned about that shit is uncomfortable to you, then you need to be a lot more cognizant what comes out of your mouth. Because there's just no, if that's the type of time you want, then at least just bang that shit. So wherever it goes, where it go after that. So I wasn't the biggest fan of Bud, like putting his arm around him and kind of sunning him and everything. But I get it. Sometimes it's just like, you's a bitch, dog. And I'm about to show you how bitch made you is. Bud is the nigga to do that shit. So sometimes, there's a better, it's a sweeter victory in, and just forcing a nigga to just grovel at your feet and kind of like cower in your presence. Sometimes that is a greater victory. Sometimes. And then Bud's hard, it probably is one of them times where it's just like, yo, man, I just want you just about to just gravel at my feet because I'm about to sun you. Other than me just breaking my hand across your face. I would have much preferred him do that. I won't even lie to you. I won't even lie to you. I hope Tank does it. I really do. I hope Tank does it. Just go and I just really want to see somebody violently hurt this dude, violently fuck this dude up. I really want to see that. I will be enamored with watching that shit. Cause that's just when you're that disrespectful on what comes out of your mouth about a specific demographic of people, you don't need to. It's no reason to fight after that in the ring because it's respect at the end of the day. You talking about you want to spar blood? Sparring is respect. That's respect right there. We got headgear on, we got bigger gloves on, so no, I'm not coming in here looking to fuck you up. In a lot of cases, and so in a lot of other cases, somebody's really in there getting in there trying to fuck you up. Motherfuckers will try to fuck me up in sparring. I've been fucked up in sparring. But everybody, it ain't like that with everybody. You know, sometimes I just want to spar you. No, bro, no. That man has not been disrespectful to any other lineage of people except us. And then when you press him about it, you know how he cowers and taps dance around. Like, no, I got Africa on my back. So the fuck what? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck less about that. Oh, I'm everything. Oh, the first person on Earth was an African woman. It was a monkey named Lucy. Man, you trying? No, Brody, no. Ain't nobody hearing that shit. Because now you trying to get philosophical and shit, and that's a lane that you can't even begin to cross over into. You're not articulate. You're not well studied enough to, to articulate what it is you're trying to say. And even if you was articulate enough to say, you're not educated and versed enough in it to speak on it. To further expand on it, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm glad Naji pressed him. Like, that shit is corny, bro, and I'm not standing on none of that. I'm not fucking with none of that. I'm noticing a renaissance of black people. They're no longer biting their tongue when it comes to Hispanics. They're not. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. And Latinos, they shouldn't accept it from us neither, man. I'm coming across more and more Hispanics who was like, man, stop walking to the ring with ponchos and sombreros on the Mexican flag, the colors of the Mexican flag. I don't like that shit. That is extremely insidious and inflammatory. Stop doing that shit. That's not funny. I've been saying that. I'm not one of them dudes who get mad. Oh man, society is too sensitive today. It should be sensitive. You should simply respect people's lineage. I have no issue with, lines being drawn in the sand. You cannot say this without facing a certain level of punishment for you. I'm with that. I'm with that. If somebody feels offended by this shit that's being said right here within certain parameters, then yeah, it's a line that should be drawn in the sand. Respect people. Respect people's lineage. Respect it. Respect people's sexual preferences. Respect it. You don't got to agree with it, but you can respect it. You can definitely respect it. So I'm glad that he banged on him like that, dog. Like, nah, we not going for none of that. We're not going for none of that. We're not going for none of that. So salute to him for that. And salute to whoever, Arnold Barboza's homie. Salute to him as well for banging on his pops. And punk junk old sucker, man, go sit your... That dude is a mark, man, on my mama. He was someone that I looked to. I made a video about that whole ass nigga before, man. Just nigga fly out his mind. He another one of these Hispanic dudes. He another one of these, I'm from Harlem, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It ain't like you can go get everybody from Harlem to come in, to come wherever it is you at. Nah, bro, what's happening? It's me and you here. What you want to do? You doing all that shit trying to go hard because these motherfuckers, because they... How you going harder for fucking T.O. Senior, and by the time you acting like you pressing this dude, T.O. Senior over here in another interview. He talking in front of another camera, bro. Fuck out of here, man. These motherfuckers these dudes want to be, they want to be in they want to be in these motherfuckers camp so bad. I'm like, man, no. You gonna fight somebody because this dude is addressing Teofimo Senior and his son's bigotry. You gonna fight him because of that? What type of sucker is you? Dude is a hoe. 30th Street or Mark. What the fuck, I know that. Fuck out of here. So yes, call all them motherfuckers out on that shit, man. Naji stand on that. That's what I'm talking about, brody. I'll never forget that whoever that black podcaster was who was aligned. I mean, you're a monkey to me. You're a monkey to me. I don't care. It is what it is. You're a monkey to me. You'll say that shit when it's someone who's not gonna challenge you. You gonna say that shit when it's someone who's not gonna stand. Like, hey man, what the fuck? You're comfortable then. But when someone is feeling slighted about that shit, you get real, you get fidgety. When Cam and Mace was banging on you about that shit, you got real fidgety. It's uncomfortable for you to get pressed about it. So why the fuck are you saying it? It's as simple as that. That's a simple fucking question. You don't like being pressed about, because eventually someone is gonna come and holler at you about it, Brody. Someone is gonna come and holler at you about it. Everything about you is you trying to emulate what it is that we do, except when you speak Spanish. Fortnite dances, motherfucker, they not doing no bachata, they not doing no merengue, they not doing no salsa, they ain't doing none of that shit on no Fortnite. Them ain't Spanish dances, motherfucker. Fuck out of here. How you talk, how you speak, the vernacular you use, homeboy, nigga, you got the nerve to want to say nigga. All while disrespecting the people who turn that to a cool term of endearment. Stand on it. That's all we asking. Just stand on it. Just stand on it. And once you stand on it, you eventually plan to just drawing your line in the sand. And after you draw your line in the sand, motherfuckers don't want to deal with it. Every integral person needs to stop dealing with it. It'd be as simple as that. Every integral person needs to stop dealing with him as of now. But he shouldn't be in front of no black content creators camera, dog. Like, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. If Lord Jamar, Godfrey can tell Vlad TV, I'm not coming back on your platform. God, you gonna talk about the minister like that? You got us fucked up. Minister Farrakhan is an advocate and a valuable asset to the brethren. We love Minister Louis Farrakhan. You think you got it like that to sit there and berate him? Nah, homie. You done got too comfortable. Your feet kicked up on my chair. Nah, bro. I gotta kick the chair out the way. You got me fucked up. You gonna talk about Minister Louis Farrakhan like that? You got what? Man is an ambassador of the brethren. No, I'm not coming back on your platform. Y'all need to take that energy and replicate that when it comes to this Honduran motherfucker. Him and his daddy. Coming over here with that shit. No, stay your ass over there. All you niggas on Punch Drunk channel, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all niggas are suckers, man. Anybody willing to sit there and tolerate that type of disrespect? Y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers. Y'all some suckers. You put Tio in front of a camera as a black podcaster, you a sucker to me. You a mark. Sit there. Tio, can I get an interview? Oh, let that man walk through the turnstiles and in backstage areas like don't nobody know him. David Duke ass. David Duke. That's who the fuck you are now. How dare somebody like this sit here and just get comfortable with saying the shit that you say and then back down from it when you ask him about it? Tap dance. They need to keep making life very uncomfortable for that dude until he apologizes. And once he apologizes, it's still up. No, you can. That's some shit is just unforgivable. Some shit is just unforgivable. So shout out to Naji from Cigar Talk for banging on him in the manner that he banged on him. Glad to see that shit. Growing tired of being disrespected. Growing even more tired of being disrespected by people on a social level who figured that these were supposed to be our allies, even though they're not our allies. I don't see nothing wrong with that. We don't got no allies. Socially, we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no allies politically. We don't have none of that shit. Individually, got all types of love for Latinos. I do. But that's personal. It's not my politics. But I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of people get. They're like, no, bro. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of being. I'm tired of being guilt tripped to feeling some type of way about you saying this shit that I don't want to hear you say nigga around me. I'm very uncomfortable with you saying nigga. I'm very uncomfortable with you saying this dumb shit that we would be smacking the shit out of a white person for saying. Why you think you get liberty to say that shit? Because you not white. No, bro. Fuck no. I'm not going for that shit, bruh. I'm not. I'm tired of it. I'm glad we're voicing that. I'm glad we're getting comfortable with voicing that. I love every minute of it. I love every minute of it. Man. Motherfuckers get so comfortable with being, just coming in our spaces and eating off of the shit that we created and everything, just for them to turn around and disrespect us. Erica Mena ass bitches. I love it. Yes. Get them the fuck up out the paint. Get them the fuck up out of here. They do not belong in spaces that we have. They don't belong over here. Take your ass over there and get money with them. Go get money with your people. See if they can sustain you and hold you down in the capacity that we did. Teofimo Lopez ain't even got I don't even think it's Mexicans that fuck with that dude like that. I don't think it's I work with a multitude of Hondurans. They don't know no goddamn Teofimo Lopez. I'm gonna ask him when I go back in on work on Monday. Y'all know what Teofimo Lopez? Don't fuck with him. Like, you have no other support system. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. We stamped you, motherfucker. And this is the payment that we get. So I said it in another video. I'm gonna say it again. Any black content creator sitting in that dude's face because you need metrics, you a sucker. You a sucker. There's other ways to get your metrics right. If you're in a space where if you're in a position where you can get Teofimo Lopez on your podcast, you can get other people on your podcast. It's as simple as that. Teofimo on here, that means my name is buzzing. I'm cool, Teo. Let me go over there and get you. Let me bring him on here. Let me bring her on here. Shout out to Naji, man. Shout out to Naji from Cigar Talk. Shout out to you for that. Because I like how you stood on that shit. I like how you stood on business and let them know, man, I ain't with none of that, bro. And I was a supporter of you. I fucks with that. That's real shit, right? That's real nigga shit right there. The nerve of a motherfucker who wanna jack a nigga's style and then disrespect us. And then shame you for feeling offended about the dumb shit that came out of their mouth. That shit is that takes a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve and audacity to do. You a different type motherfucker where you can guilt trip and shame a nigga into feeling offended about some shit that you said to offend them. You triggered that emotion. And because you want to feel comfortable with saying this, if you want to go without being reprimanded for saying the shit that you say, you gonna bang on me like I'm in the wrong for feeling some type of way. But nah, homeboy, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. Damn, man, how I keep... Fuck. Why everybody coming up here to pick their kids up this early? Damn. So, yeah, man, pretty much that's all I got to say about it, man. Shout out to Naji. Hey, I'm standing with you, homie. 10 toes. Standing with you. Fuck Teofimo Lopez Sr. and Jr. And Punch John Ho ass for sitting up in there trying to... Man, you got me fucked up. That dude is a buster. You a mark. I said what I said. Nigga, fuck out of here. Shout out to Naji, man. Shout out to anybody that ain't willing to lay down and be guilt tripped for you wanting to be respected. I love y'all, my brethren. That's all I gotta say about it, yo. Dose.